so another chance for the women to go well here, but very much a different field here. We're going to see for the first time Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, brilliant champion last year in Tokyo. More of her in just a second. We'll take them through from the outside. Parisot of France is going to be right out there in lane 9. Again, a bronze medalist on this track at the European Championships in 24. And an Olympic champion, Julien Alfred, in great form, leading the world rankings. You can see that 21.86, not far off her personal best. That was a few weeks back, but is in great shape. Looking forward to her against the world champion, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Became the first American woman to win the 100, the 200 and the relay gold medal at the World Championships last year in Tokyo. Incredible performance. Is she going to get the win here? Not far behind her last year. Silver medal went to Amy Hunt. Bit of a surprise, but Amy Hunt always had the talent at 200 meters, has been running very well at the shorter distances, including indoors this season as well. And then Anavia Battle, I was actually chatting to her this afternoon. First time I'd had the chance to chat to her, and she was saying about how much she'd enjoyed her Chinese experience, and why not? We'd had a couple of Diamond Leagues there before. Dina Asher-Smith, can she go well over 200? Yet to get her season really going after an excellent indoor season from Dina. Bestue, the Spaniard's going to be in lane 3. All 9 lanes being taken up here. Kone from the Ivory Coast, flag bearer at the Olympic Games for her country in Paris. A 29-year-old. Already had a good few races, including at the African Championships. And then Valencine, the teenager, Italian teenager, 19 on the inside, with great experience for her here, with all these great champions outside her. So Alfred against Jefferson-Wooden, a race which we hope is going to produce some fireworks here. Interesting for me that Alfred's opted for that kind of... I'm not sure who got the call on the lane here. Technical meetings held the day before. There's always arguments, managers, agents, coaches kind of go, and sometimes it all slots in, everybody gets the lane they want. I'm just wondering whether that's where Alfred would like to be. Anyway, she's in lane 8, Jefferson-Wooden in lane 7, Amy Hunt in lane 6, Battle in 5, Dina Asher-Smith in 4. Women's 200 meters. Oh, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden got a cracking start. Julien Alfred just lost a yard or so into that top bend. Amy Hunt struggling to stay onto those two. Dina Asher-Smith, as ever, running a decent bend, but so is Battle. But then out in front, it's Julien Alfred. Jefferson-Wooden trying to run her down, but she's not going to catch her because Julien Alfred continues to go away. Let's watch the clock. It's going to be very quick. 21.93. Plus 1.3 legal time. Thought it might even be a bit quicker than that, the way they were going. Those two were so far ahead of everybody else. And Julien Alfred stays out there on top. Never get too much emotion from her, do you? You always sometimes wonder whether she's actually enjoying this. I'm sure she is, because that was a big win for her. Jefferson-Wooden coming out and saying, OK, let's have a go. We know that Julien Alfred didn't have the season she wanted last year. She's talked about that. They said, I've come back this year. I feel as though I'm pulling it all together really well. Jefferson-Wooden had such a phenomenal 2025, but she starts this year with a defeat to Alfred.
I've been waiting for this matchup all week. It's just brilliant to get Alfred versus Jefferson-Wooden. And I don't know, I'm not sure Julien Alfred would have had much of a gauge on what was going on behind her. I don't know if she even would have sensed the American on her shoulder, but if she had, it was almost like she threw her a little bit of hope, a tiny bit of hope in that first 100, and then just destroyed it in the last 50. The St. Lucian just had another gear here, and you can almost see Jefferson-Wooden kind of overstriding, desperately trying to keep hold of her rival. And when you start forcing it, it doesn't work. You start to falter. And Alfred as well, I don't know, I hope she's all right there. There was a real shutdown in the last 2 or 3 metres from Julien Alfred. I'm not sure she would have been confident she had the win. And I think that's what let that time go as well. I agree with you, Steve. Down that last 50, I thought, wow, we're going to see 21.8 something. And it was just the final few metres. She looked a bit kind of uncomfortable.
There's a little stumble here, about 5 metres out. Just watch maybe not showing it quite on there. It was pretty evident on that shot from the back. I think it might have been just fatigue. I think she was.
The biggest storyline heading into this race was the first major showdown of the season between Olympic champion Julien Alfred and reigning world champion Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Many expected a very close battle, as both athletes arrived in Rome in outstanding form. Jefferson-Wooden had the better start. The American exploded out of the blocks and immediately established a strong rhythm through the opening meters. However, the key moment of the race came coming off the bend. While Jefferson-Wooden committed heavily to the first half of the race, Alfred appeared to manage her effort more efficiently. This is where Alfred's biggest strength became evident, her exceptional speed endurance over the second half of the 200 meters. Around the 120 to 130 meter mark, it became clear that Alfred was beginning to accelerate again, while Jefferson-Wooden was already close to her limit. The gap between the two athletes started to grow rapidly. What stood out most was Alfred's technique in the home straight. She remained relaxed through the shoulders, maintained a high arm cadence, and continued to produce powerful, efficient strides. In contrast, Jefferson-Wooden began forcing her stride in an attempt to stay with her rival, which reduced her efficiency and made it difficult to match Alfred's finishing speed. The final 50 meters were a statement of dominance from the St. Lucian star. It looked as though Alfred found another gear that nobody else in the field could reach. Jefferson-Wooden fought hard, but she simply had no answer to Alfred's late race acceleration. Alfred crossed the line in a winning time of 21.93 seconds, with Jefferson-Wooden finishing second in 22.17. What makes the performance even more impressive is that Alfred did not appear to run a perfect race. She seemed to ease slightly in the final meters, suggesting that an even faster time could have been possible under ideal conditions. This race sent a strong message to the rest of the sprinting world. At the moment, Julien Alfred looks like one of the most dangerous 200-meter runners on the planet. While her start is already world-class, it is her devastating second half of the race that truly separates her from the competition. Rome was not just another Diamond League victory, it was a statement performance that could signal her dominance throughout the 2026 season.